which of the Sigma trio lens you should buy first, or if you can afford one, which one you should choose. There is Sigma 16mm, Sigma 30mm, and Sigma 56mm. 56 is the smallest of the bunch, 6 centimeters without the hood and 280 grams. This one is the lightest of the bunch, 265 and 7 centimeters long, and this one is the heaviest, 405 grams and 9 centimeters long. But the answer is actually not in the weight and size, but rather in your intention, how you plan to use the lens. So 60mm in 90% of situations is the best for talking head video. Half a year ago I would probably say 30mm, but at the moment I think that 16 is the better choice, although it's a bit more expensive. So it's 400 euros and 400 bucks. Quite expensive, although really good quality, nice depth of field, and works really well for video and photos, although I would say that autofocus works better for video. So if you plan talking head videos, vlogging, gimbal vlogging, landscape photos, or photos in the tight interiors, it's a way to go. If you think about portraits, it's not the best choice because it gives that quirky wide focal length look to the faces and strange look to the bodies. Unless you know what you're doing and you want this quirky look, then also it might be a way to go for the portraits and full body shots, but the look is kinda cell phone-ish, I'd say, with really good quality. 30mm is the cheapest of the bunch. It is 330 euros or 270 bucks with a lot of accessories in States. Yeah, I know VAT is a really annoying thing. So if you're on a budget, this is the best choice, and also this one is the most versatile of the three. It's like all-around lens. You can shoot nice videos with it and take nice photos. So it is still okay for the talking head videos, although you need a bigger room. If you want to, for example, shot like this, you would be quite far away from the camera, so you need more room between you and camera. For photos, it's all-around lens, so portraits, full body shots, environmental portraits, whatever you might think about it. This is 45mm equivalent on APS-C camera, so almost nifty 50 f2, a really nice lens. But this one is the softest of the three, but still really good quality, and it's the cheapest. So if you're on a budget, choose this one. If you want all-around lens, this is the best choice. Quite nice for shooting kids if you want also grab the environment, but if you want to shoot portraits or full body shots, you are quite close to your subject. So for kids, in most cases, they stop behaving naturally because you are too close with your camera, and it's the same case with it, even worse, because if you want to shoot a portrait, you just in the face of your subject. It won't work for vlogging unless you got really long selfie stick, but then you have to be really strong to handheld this on a stick. So it's possible, but not recommended. It works fine on a gimbal. It depends what you want to film. Works fine. And 56, I'd say it's not the best for video. You can check looks all of these lenses here and some other, and actually there are two videos. One is comparing all the lenses from the same distance from the subject, and one is comparing how they look like when you try to get the same framing and how far you have to go with your camera from the subject to get the same look. But going back to this one, it is also 400 euros, 410 bucks in States. Quite expensive, and I'd say that this is the last first time. Unless you want to shoot portraits, then this is the best choice. This is really good for portraits, medium shots, and full body shots. It gives you the background compression. Unless you want to shoot environmental portraits, then you should come back to this, or even 16mm. If you want to show the more of the background or the location, then it would be too tight. So, but for portraits with a model for shooting kids, it will be the best choice, because for kids you would be quite far away, so you won't be disrupting them with your camera interfaces. So it's a quite good choice, although I'd say for shooting kids 70 to 100 is the better choice, but then this one is a good alternative. You can check 70 to 200 on APS-C here. If you got tighter budget than these three, then there is also an alternative, which is the Samyang 24 f2.8, which I'm recording on at the moment. And with the newest firmware, the autofocus works really well. And as you can see, it's quite good for the talking head video. I say it's enough of bokeh in the background, but of course it's a personal preference. And this one is 220 euros or 200 bucks in States. So really cheap, weighs only 100 grams, and it is 3 centimeters long, so really small, and is a full frame lens. So if you switch to full frame body, then you at least got one lens already. All of the Sigmas are APS-C only, so even though if they are E-mount, you can use them on the full frame in APS-C mode, but then it would be even worse than on the APS-C camera, because you would get lower resolution of your photos. So if you plan to switch to full frame, you probably shouldn't buy the Sigmas. But for APS-C, it depends what you want to shoot in terms of video and photos, then you can choose one of the three, or the cheaper alternative, which is this Samyang. Here's the link for some samples from the Samyang. I'd say it's a quite good lens. Maybe it's not that sharp wide open, and got some problems with the contrast when shooting into the light, because the hood is too small, but I used alternative hood and it works really well. I hope this is helpful. I used my Sigmas for almost 2 years. Before I've been using them with A6400, now with A6600, and I'm pleased with all of them, but there are scenarios when you want to use one of them, when one of them will shine. So if you want to choose only one, then I hope you know now which one is a way to go for you. Cheers, mate.